Vale hears about AminaCare from a neighbor. She opens the app and it's greeted not with a waiting room but with a simple message saying that she can talk to Amina anything in English or Mandinka. So she can start a conversation right here. And then she sets the language to Mandinka. She taps on the microphone and Amina speaks her language quite clearly. After her first conversation, Vale lands on the patient portal and everything she needs is right here. Her care plan, fed by the conversations with the AI and Mina, today health advice that are general advice based on season, and she gets to know that, for example, had the irritates faster that she may have thought. And if she already set the reminders on her daily BP medication, every morning Amina will remind her, right? At the top bottom of the screen, you will be able to see a button. And it's because Vale, at the beginning, set her low literacy level, and that's why Amina gets to adapt to her, not she to the app. One day, Vale, before knowing she had hypertension, she was already suspecting it, so went straight away to Amina and asked for some medicines without going to a doctor first. But when she sent the message, Amina responded, being extra careful and advised it to visit a doctor, along with the sources of WHO pen for more literacy on hypertension. A few days later, Vale feels unusually tired, so she taps Lux symptom in her Lux form and responds a few questions. So she fills out the form and asks Amina about it. As she hasn't had her first time visiting a doctor, Amina is extra careful there. But after she has a preview by a doctor, it can tell her when to rest at home or when to go to the clinic. So there is no alarmism, no vague reassurance, but a clear answer. And the best part of all of this is that her symptom is safe. So it's building a picture of her health over time. Has been going on, and Vale received a prescription at her last clinic visit. That prescription she couldn't fully understand, so she opened the prescription, helped her photographs the paper, and uploaded it. So Amina reads it, explains its medication in plain Mandinka or in English, and tell her exactly when to take what. No translator needed, or not second trip to the clinic. If she wanted to have the prescription written by her, she can also do that. The desktop and the mobile version give Vale the option to link a caregiver, whether if it's a professional or a family one. For example, Vale's daughter Mariama lives in the same compound. If Vale already linked her as her caregiver in the mobile phone with a simple code sent directly to Mariama's phone. Now Mariama receives an alert if Vale misses her medication, and she can see Vale's reminder only if Vale has chosen to share, so the privacy is preserved and the family support is also real. But for example, if she wanted to have a professional caregiver, she can also apply to a particular one and describe her reasons to reach out to this dedicated caregiver. It's important to have in mind that this option might cost Vale some money. But for example, if she wanted to talk with her caregiver, if it's family or a professional, she can just open the chat with the caregiver and send Mariama or the professional a message right inside the app. No phone calls, no worries, I'm just gonna check. One afternoon, Valley is feeling chest tightness, so she types the red emergency button visible from every single screen in the app, and her caregivers are notified instantly. Amina guides Valley herself, so sit down, don't write back, call 199, and tell them you have chest pain. So the system just doesn't alert others, but it stays with her. At her next appointment, the nurse already has the story. She can see Valley's symptom log, her adherence patterns, and summary of her conversations with Amina because of the downloaded app's PDF functionality. So the visit takes half the usual time with better questions and better care. While Vale is curious exploring the app, she discovers the Review My Data section, in which she can administrate the data shared with the caregiver, but she can also share her health record with the Ministry of Health of Gambia. So definitely she says, oh, I like to help people like myself. So she decides to allow this option. She could also decide not to allow it. And this is great about Amina. Vale still has hypertension, but for the first time, she's managing it, and not alone, and not in a language she doesn't speak with those pamphlets she can read, but she's managing it with Amina, because AminaCare is built for the people.